Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Kindred Stitch Folk. I have no idea what episode number we're on, so we're just rolling with it. I have an unexpected treat where I get to come and record because I was supposed to go see my surgeon this morning for a checkup, which I am doing so good. Oh my gosh. But unbeknownst to me, it was an ultrasound appointment, not actually seeing my surgeon. It was the preliminary before seeing him. And ultrasounds take too long, and I was going to be late to pick up my son from school, so we had to reschedule. That was a long thing to say. But that meant that I had some free time because I cleared my schedule this morning. And I was like, well, I could stitch, but I kind of feel like recording, which is so unusual because I'll be honest with you, I haven't really felt like recording an episode since last summer. So I've been it has nothing to do with you guys, everything to do with me, but I've been forcing myself to record episodes because I know it's good for me. Even if nobody watches it, it's really good for me to record a video. I love talking about this stuff. And it gets me so excited about my projects, which speaking of, I have piles. I decided to come to the kitchen table today because there are piles. I should have done that on my last episode when we got back from our trip. And so I'm sorry if things are wobbly. I have no idea why, but the kitchen table today is a little wobbly. And I just found this screw on the floor. And I looked everywhere and I can't find where it goes. And this is my in-laws table, my parents-in-laws table, so you know I want to take good care of it. See, there it goes. It's wobbling. I barely touched it with my knee. I don't know. But I'm going to start off with talking about my it's doing it again. My acquisitions, because there's just 3 of them. No, there's 4 of them. The first thing I got, I ordered finally a tailor's seamer or something like that, whatever it's called. I ordered it off of Amazon. I think it was like $12. But and I'm testing it out right now. It's supposed to assist in your seams, in pressing your seams out, in when you're ironing things. At the moment, the piece that I have it resting on, it's not helping it at all. I don't have an iron right now, or an ironing board. I have no idea where my in-laws ironing board is, or their iron, and I try really hard not to touch my in-laws' things unless I absolutely have to. I don't go searching through their cupboards and things like that. So it's kind of like all of our stuff is on top of their stuff. Like all of this on my sideboard here, this is me putting my stuff on top of their stuff so that I can get at it and things like that. And of course I have to have my houses out because I have a whole collection of houses. They're everywhere and I'm always collecting more. But, so long and short of it is I don't have an iron or an ironing board, and I did want to try and get some of the seams out of this one piece that I'm going to show you. It's not working. I've been having it sit on here for a couple minutes now. Maybe it's just that I don't know how to use it. One of the ladies that I watch, she does a lot of, not thrifting, but like Dollar Tree hacks or budget-friendly hacks for sewing projects. I really love her. She's on YouTube. I can't remember her name. I'll put it at the bottom if I can find her. But she just got an Amish seam presser. That's what they're called, seam pressers. And it was like $3.99 for that seam presser at the Amish store. And if I can find the link that she shared, I will share it with you because it looks really impressive. It's a simple, primitive, simple tool. And for $3.99 though, I think it's worth it because of what she showed me and showed all of us. But anyway, so far my tailor's seam presser, whatever you want to call it, is not working great. I do still love it. I mean, like, even if it never works great, isn't that so cute to just have up, you know? So I got that. And then this last weekend, my sister Amy, her daughters, and myself and my family, so Jeremy and Jimmy and I, we all had a garage sale at my parents' house. So every year, my parents' neighborhood does 2 neighborhood-wide garage sale days, one in the spring and one in the fall. And usually it is like jam-packed, like you cannot even breathe. And I don't know what it was like driving through, because my parents' house is at the very back of this subdivision. And that's where I grew up, and we're on what's called the bluff. And so we're at the very, very back. And so I have and I didn't get out to go see anything because I was so busy. But I woke up Saturday morning, and so we're up here at my in-laws' house. We're on the hillside, and I look outside at 6 a.m. and it's snowing, and there's snow on the ground. And I'm like, oh crap. I'm still gonna have I'll even put in a little video I took of that here. I was like, I'm still gonna have the garage sale, but I seriously doubt people are gonna come. But once I got like 2 blocks down the hillside, the snow disappeared, and it was just like freezing rain and then just really cold rain. And friends of ours that live like 2 blocks away from my parents happened to have 5 huge awnings. And so I called them up right super early in the morning and begged them to bring it over so that we could still have our garage sale. And so we did that. If I have any videos of the garage sale itself, I'll put that in here. But I don't know if we were the only ones really braving it on Saturday to have that garage sale or what, but we were so busy. I never had a chance to sit down. My sister was freaking out because she was like, Emily, you need to sit, you need to sit. I even sold the camping chair that was broken, by the way, that I was sitting on when I had a free moment. Somebody literally bought my broken camping chair from me. It was just like, okay. So we made enough money to buy ourselves some new beds. I'll just say that. So that's such a blessing. We sold so much that my husband only had 1 bin, like, what do they call it? Storage bins, to take to Goodwill afterwards. My sister had a little bit more because she was selling more high-end things like antiques and stuff. And while people absolutely love the idea of antiques, they bulk at the price of antiques. And rightly so, my sister would not budge on some of those prices, like, because she was selling like super beautiful things. She ended up giving me a couple of the things that didn't sell, and a couple of the things that didn't sell, which I was really surprised about because they only had it for $1, are these, let's see, rectangular frames. So it's pretty much a Q-snap, but I think it's for quilting, and it's like, it's ancient, but it's really big. So this one is 11 by 17. And so that's gonna be great for one of my bigger projects. And then she also had this one. This one's 17 by 17. Also, she was trying to sell for only $1. Nobody took it. I mean, come on, folks. Is this like $20 odd on Amazon at minimum? I mean, and nobody took it. Their loss is my gain. So I'm super grateful to my sister for giving me those. And she gave me this porcelain platter, that, transferware, blue on white platter that I'd always been eyeing at her house. And I didn't say anything when she had it up for sale. I was a little crushed that she had it up for sale. Didn't sell, and so my sister just presented it to me. I was just like, oh my gosh. So my plan is that that's going to go up in my needle workshop when I open it, because that's a special piece to me. We can talk about Kindred Stitch Folk, the needle workshop, if I have time at the end of the video, but that's not the purpose of this video. So anyway, and then the other thing, I ordered this while off of eBay. I bid on it, and I didn't even realize that I won. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm not even paying enough attention to know that I won something on eBay. But I bid on this dimensions kit that I had my eye on for a long time. I had always been debating whether or not I wanted it because of the butterflies. I think I've mentioned before that I sometimes shy away from butterflies designs on objects like fabric and stitches like this. I love butterflies in real life, but there's something about butterfly stitch that I tend to shy away from. But for some reason right now, it's like almost calling to me. Like my Patreon membership with Tiny Modernist this month, she came out, or was it last month? She came out with a moth/butterfly design that is absolutely gorgeous, and I want to stitch it. Like, who am I, kind of a thing. But my whole thing is I have a thing for hot air balloons. I have never ridden in one, but when I was 22, I helped volunteer at the Hot Air Balloon Festival down in Elko, Nevada. And it was so fun and amazing and awe-inspiring to be there, to help inflate the balloons and secure the baskets, and then to jump in the back of trucks and follow underneath them and race to, because, you know, they can come down anywhere. You know, they're kind of at the whims of the wind. And I mean, there is some control from what I understand, but like this, I don't like, and then so we would race to get there so we could be on the ground to help secure the balloon when it landed. And quite a few of them landed in cattle fields and stuff, grazing areas. And it was just amazing. Like, and so 20, let's see, am I going to be 40? I was born in 81, so am I going to be 45 this year? I think so. I'm going to be 45 this year. So 23 years on, and I've still not ever ridden in a hot air balloon. That's on my bucket list. But any hot air balloon designs for cross stitch, I snap up. It's like a done deal. But this is one of their petites. It's called Let's Fly Away, and the finished size is 4x8. So while this may look like it would be a quick stitch, it's not going to be a quick stitch because it's dimensions. And this is the gold collection. I'm wondering if it tells us what year it came out. The gold collection petite. Oh, 2019. 1/13/2019. So this is not old at all. Good news on the dimensions front. I heard tell. This is what I heard from other people, okay? So this is just the gospel according to the interwebs right now. The craft group that bought out Dimensions has decided that they are going to continue putting out Dimensions kits and patterns. I don't know what that's going to look like, but they did apparently put out an email to people and let them know that, hey, don't panic. We're still going to be doing this. We're not going to let you down. Okay, so those are my acquisitions. And then really quick before we get into the stitching, here is my knitting. This is what I cast on while we were on our trip. I cast on from Knit Picks Felici base, which is a fingering self-striping base in the Country Roads colorway. Sorry, that was a really bad. I cast on a pair of socks, and I'm doing 1x1 twisted rib, which is my favorite. I love how it looks and how it feels. It's so squishy. And this is just my recipe. For this one, I think I'm going to go for at least probably 6-inch legs. That's what I'm thinking, because I want these to be more like hiking socks. So I cast on 60 stitches, and I just started right in with the twisted rib. And so that just means that you the knit stitch is knit backwards, if that makes sense. And then you just purl like normal. And so it looks to me like, oh, I see what happened here. It looks to me like I dropped a stitch here, and when I picked it back up, I didn't actually twist that stitch. So, but that's okay. This is just for me. But I think this is so calming and pretty. I think this is going to be for me. My mom did say that she absolutely loved the colors when we were camping. And so, I don't know, this might end up with my mom. I think I'm using size 1. Where am I using size 0? 31 inch. Oh, no, that's that. Okay, that's that cool thing. US size 1, 2.25 millimeter. And these are those Knit Pros that actually, like, the reason these are different colored is because this right here is 1 inch, and then this silver part is 1 inch. So you could actually use these to measure things. So if I was to use it to measure things right now, let's see. At the moment, it looks like I'm at 3 inches tall on my leg. Isn't that cool? I love that. I love that. So I cast those on, and I haven't stitched on them. I think I've maybe stitched once for like 10 minutes since I've been home, or knit once since I've been home. But those are all of my acquisitions and other crafty projects. So then it is the month of May, and in my last video, I was so caught up in telling you about our trip, I didn't tell you about the Whip Go board. And also, I actually went and made my own Whip Go board on Canva, which was so much fun. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it was, and so I hadn't done it. Looks like I got a little water on it, like a drop of water. But so I just went ahead and did that. I actually have an idea to make this a lot better in the future, but I was so nervous about making this that I just went very simple. So everything, all the things that have been called, I have the name of the month in the square, and then how many stitches I did, if I did, or how many days that I stitched on it if I don't know the number of stitches. So this month for May, it looks like number 18 was called and number 15 was called. So number 15 is Christmas Train. So I probably won't be able to tell you how many stitches I did on that one. And then another no, wait, that was February. Okay, there we go, 18. Another patriotic one was called. And I know exactly which patriotic one I'm gonna do. It's one that I just picked up from Brenda Gervais, and I actually went ahead and recharted it so that I could use it in Markup XP. I know, I hope that I have no intention of sharing that file with anybody, but I really honestly hope that I'm not offending anybody by the fact that I did that. I've been doing that a lot, with recharting a lot of things. I'll show you another couple things that I've recharted later on, but I don't know what this is called, but I know this is an older design of hers. Lady Liberty or something like that. I will get the paper pattern because I also need to go get my board that I show you, that I put behind my stitches. But I recharted this, and it was quite interesting because when I was recharting it, I found there was a lot of repeats, like these stars are all the same, almost all the same, or there's just 2 different designs of these stars, and she just tilted them different ways. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then of course, these right here, these leaves are all repeated. The flower motif, this and this one are the only ones that are different. All the others are the exact same. The bird is the exact same, it's just flipped. So it was really interesting to kind of get into the mind of a designer like that and to see those things. So anyway, I really enjoyed it. So this is what I'm going to stitch on. So this one, since I did that, I now know how many stitches this has. It has 7,173 stitches in it. So there you go. I'll show you another thing later on that I recharted, but in the meantime, let me go grab the pattern and grab my board. That way you guys can see it, okay? And we can be accurate. Okay, so the name of this pattern, I'm a little disappointed in actually, because to me it doesn't make any sense. I would not have called this pattern Stars and Stripes. I might have called it My Lady of the Flowers or something, I don't know, something else, because the only thing patriotic in it is the flag. Everything else is not, but I'm still counting it as a patriotic stitch. I do have some other things that I really want to stitch up that I had purchased a while back that are patriotic, that are digital patterns from Etsy. If you guys want to bear with 1 second. I now know why I was thinking of the lady of the flag, because Aliton Embroidery, Aliton Embroidery on Etsy. They have a lot of patterns, and they are very well priced, and they're always on sale. But a while back, I purchased this one. Let's go maybe like that. Isn't that beautiful? But just to give you an idea, oops, of they have an entire section. I mean, look at that one. Rosie the Riveter flag. Ah, and right now it's on sale for $240. Like, see, like both of these two together, wouldn't that be cool to have out? Oh, I love it. But I really, really want to stitch this one. So I'll probably cast on both. But then again, I was literally talking to my therapist on Monday about this. About how I make plans, at least when it comes to my crafting. And I will say them on my episode, and then I will not do the thing that I said I was going to do. And so we were talking about the resistance that comes up. And there is a dopamine hit that happens when I make plans with you guys, but the dopamine hit does not last for when I'm actually stitching on it. So for me with my ADHD, so we were actually talking about how I should try, no, not should. I try to very much stay away from the word should, but I could stay away from the word should. I mean, stay away from the planning ideas with you guys, and then just surprise, here you go. This is what I stitched on. So I'm going to do that. The only deviation from that is WIPCO, because I have been on fire with WIPCO this year. This is my first year doing WIPCO. I am crushing it. Like, I am so proud of myself. Do you see the smile that's on my face when I talk about it? So speaking of, oh, my pile is falling. Okay, let's put you right there. Speaking of, like I said, one of the things that were called was one of my stamped kits from 1 to 1 Stitch, and this is Christmas Train. This thing is humongous. Finished size, it's on 16 count, but it just says that stitch width is 241 wide by 240 high. So we're talking huge. And so this is like a heaven and earth design. I have currently just been working on the dark blue at the very top all the way around. And I tried to figure out how many stitches I had stitched so far. So, okay, so do you see this black line up here? That was done previously, but all this blue is stuff, all this blue going all the way down here is all the stuff that I have stitched on. And I did try to figure out how many stitches that was, and it was over like 2,000 when I was calculating it. I was like, I don't feel like that's right. So I don't know. So I'm going to continue with the idea that on my stamp kits, we're just not going to know how many stitches I have. But I've just been really, really enjoying it. And these clips right here, I utilize because I've been stitching in hand with this. So I use these clips. I'll link it below. Maybe I should do an Amazon list. I don't know how to do an Amazon list. But these clips are really helpful, and they don't damage the fabric at all. I don't know if you see that because there's no claws in them. So they're nice and smooth where it closes, but I can hold, it's like a chip clip, but better for your fabric. So I'm holding all of this like that. So if we were to turn this around so you could see how much I actually stitched, which is not very impressive when you turn it around like that, actually. It doesn't look that much, but this was a couple days stitching right here. Not only, it was only a couple days, I'll be honest, but I was really enjoying it. So my Christmas train, I don't know, it might take me a couple years, maybe 5 years to get that done, but it is technically for my son and for my husband. They love trains. And so I thought that would be amazing to have up for Christmas. Hold on one second. I need to get something to set down my I'm done talking about you pile. So I'm bringing over another chair here. Okay. All right. So that was done, but I have not started the patriotic stitch yet. So I don't think I've even kitted it up. I've only recharted it. So it would be good for me to do that. All right. The next thing that I have been working on that I'm not calling it a fail. I'm just calling it a disappointment because, where did it go? There it is. The mini traveling library, I cast that on. Again, from 121 stitched, I got some 25 count easy grid. The problem is that, here's the image of it. The problem is that I don't know what this fabric is, but it is not cotton, and I very much do not enjoy stitching on it. I did make myself stitch about, I think 177 stitches of the black. I just started in 310. And I can't stand it. I can't stand this fabric. It's strangely enough, it's not stiff enough, but also it just feels like plastic, and I hate the motion of stitching through it. I'm glad it was a cheap purchase because I learned my lesson. I did bite the bullet and ordered enough fabric to go ahead and recast this on 25 count easy grid. I just ordered it from Amazon. Even though I could have ordered it from 123 Stitch, I was scared to go on there because I don't want to make any other purchases. So I just did Amazon. But this is another thing that I absolutely love. These are also, I think these are, I don't know what these are used for, but I just rolled up all of the fabric all the way around, kind of like I was doing a turban, and just clipped it there. And this one has come undone on this side, so I'll reclip that. See, so I've got around my Nerge hoop, I've got that going. I just learned yesterday that Nerge has come out with their version of Q-snaps, and I really would like to get my hands on that. I'll see if my budget allows for me to order one, but because this is my least favorite Nerge hoop. The one that has the traditional hoop. This is my least favorite, although it is my favorite of the traditional style. It is my least favorite Nerge hoop. So what I've decided on this one is this entire fabric. If somebody wants this fabric, message me below. I'm not going to rip out these stitches, just telling you, but this is a large piece of fabric. I hate it. I will send it to you. And I'm just going to recast on Mini Traveling Library on the fabric that I know I like. But I really like the Mini Traveling Library also because right now I don't feel like pulling all the threads for this. And so there is a good portion of just 310. Just for instance, on page 1, there is 607 310 stitches. That's just on page 1. So I'll show you. This is what I have done. It's a good traveling piece, so I'm not carrying my thread. So this gives me a good base to start from. I actually am learning that on full coverage pieces, I don't actually enjoy overall doing the biggest amount of stitches first. I actually prefer doing the smallest amount of stitches first because the smallest amount of stitches usually get lost, and it's hard for me to find where to place them afterwards. But this 310 is giving me a really good baseline to build off of. So I'm actually going to do that for at least this first page. Just concentrate on putting in the black 310 on the Mini Traveling Library. Now that fabric is not going to get here for another week and a half. Yeah, I know it's from Amazon, but Amazon coming to Alaska, even though we now have a warehouse up here, like the other day I was ordering something for my son's birthday and it said it was last week. His birthday is next week. and it said it was going to be here the next day. Whatever. I knew that was a lie. It didn't get here until like 5 days later. Like, don't lie to me, Amazon. I don't care that you have a warehouse here in Anchorage. Just tell me the freaking truth as to when you're actually going to deliver things so I can make plans and be expecting it. Don't sit there and try and pull my leg. Ugh. First world problems, am I correct? Wow. Okay. So my favorite piece that I am working on, moving on to that, is Where Love Resides. And this is by Lila Studio. And I am stitching this on 20 count Recharting Ada. Don't know the colorway. And this is the pattern. You can get it on Lila Studio's Etsy store. Isn't that beautiful? I did change some of the colors. Actually, I think I pretty much changed all of the colors. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think I gave you all of the color conversion last time. But this is where I am currently at. Let me move my stitch holder. So the last time you guys saw this, I was stitching on this motif here and I was about right there. But now, look what I've done. Oh, I love these roses so much. And I got those motifs in, then I got the heart motif, then I got this one, and I'm currently working on this one. I'm just loving it, but I need to move the hoop over so I can actually stitch on these things, and I'm gonna start working on the bottom edge. But isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Yeah. So I'm honestly though, I'm also thinking about changing a little bit. I'm not changing what I've stitched, but the next motif down here, okay, actually this is gonna be very helpful. So this motif down here, I have charted out to be stitched in 939, which is my favorite blue, 939. So I am thinking to change this one to, oh no, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should change this one to a pink. Wait, what do I have that one on right now? Let me see. So let's see. Oh, it's already in a rosy pink. So I have that one already charted out to be in DMC 150. Okay, I like that. Because so what that's gonna do is it's gonna be rosy pink here, rosy pink over here, blue up here, blue down here. Oh, yeah, I think I like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with it. I did not enjoy stitching these flowers, not at all. But I love the finish effect, that's for sure. Okay. I first stitched the vines or the leaves on everything, and it looked so gross when I was done just stitching the vines things there. It looked like spiders were on my thing. So I quickly filled in the flower itself. And so now it looks absolutely beautiful, but that just looked so ugly on my fabric before I filled in the flowers. It really did. And I get it. Things are gonna look that way. But I was really surprised. I almost didn't want to touch my fabric because I love spiders theoretically. I also really love what they do for our environment and everything like that. But to see them or have them crawling on me or anything like that, I absolutely hate it. Whew. Yeah. So I'll put that aside. So if you want to see, this is all of the colorway threads that I have picked out using. This gold is so pretty stitched on there. So that other motif, I believe, is going to be, let's see. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be the same color as the one across the way. Might need to change that. I don't know. Ooh, I'd like to have one of the Quaker motifs in that brown. Ooh, no, this one. Oh, I should change it to 902. Oh, that would be gorgeous. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to do some thinking here. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. The next piece I worked on, oh man, the stories I have to tell you. So for Mother's Day, my Inconceivable Sampler, I haven't been stitching on because the pattern design, the file, no matter what I did, whenever I loaded it into Markup XP, the squares were not lining up at all. Some of them were really, somehow they got really squished down, and it was just really weird, and it was hard for me to read the pattern at all, let alone to highlight things and figure out what I was doing. It was just really hard. And so what I did on Mother's Day is I decided I was just going to rechart the whole thing. Let me see, hold on, how many stitches? Total stitches, 29,038. I recharted that on Mother's Day. And so this is now what it looks like. So I recharted it, and technically the colors that I'm gonna stitch it in, this is the DMC quote unquote conversion from Sulky Thread. It's not accurate whatsoever, because that doesn't look great. But I did rechart everything, and I planned out where the colors were gonna go. And I actually really like it. I really like how it came out. And everything. So then I was so excited that I had recharted all of it, and then I marked off all of the border in here, and I loaded it into here, and it came out absolutely perfect the way I did it. So there was no problem whatsoever loading this in. So then I marked all of the border stitches. Now I'm super nervous though, because that maybe I could technically have miscounted because the file was so janked up. I could have miscounted when I did the borders. So we will see. We will see. Okay. One thing I will note though, that this designer, absolutely perfection, not a stitch out of place. And that is saying something, because in a little bit, I'm going to talk about a well-established designer who I recharted, and it's a jinky pattern. I'm just going to say. But anyway, so I was so excited that Monday morning I had a couple meetings that I knew I could stitch in while I was in. And so I got out my fabric, my piece, and I started stitching on it, and I thought I was stitching in the right place, and I started stitching on the phrase, lies, we are men of action, lies do not become us. And I got done with this S here, and all of a sudden I was looking at this square, and I'm stitching this in hand as well, and I was looking at this square, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't fit in do not become us. Did I completely mess up on the borders? Oh my gosh, I have janked up everything. So I had a flip out moment. So then I laid my pattern, my fabric out, and all of a sudden I realized what had happened. That quote is supposed to be in this block here. This is the hand, the glove, the 6-fingered glove. I'll show you. The 6-finger glove is in that box. I was supposed to be over here. So I messed it up myself. So honestly though, I spent so much time on this pattern. Right now, this needs to go in timeout, because I just honestly cannot handle any more of it, even though I absolutely love it. But I've also come to a place in my brain that even if I have messed up on these borders and I have to start completely over, I will be okay. I enjoyed stitching this border. It was very therapeutic. I loved it. And I might, if I did jank everything up, I might use this to just design some little motifs for myself, to maybe not on the topic of Princess Bride, but just in general, just some motifs about my life and stuff, which might mean I have to break up some more of the borders and stuff. But I think I might just do that if I've janked everything up. So my plan right now is to bring this one over here. Then I want to do one of the big ones. So the Cliffs of Insanity is the biggest one. I believe that's right here. Yeah, Cliffs of Insanity is right here. So that's my biggest one. So I'm going to do that. And all I'm going to do on the Cliffs of Insanity is I'm going to outline it in here just to make sure I've got everything correct. And if that is good, then I'm going to keep on going. If it's bad, then I'm going to rip everything out and just do my own thing, design my own thing. Isn't this a beautiful fabric? So just a reminder, I know I tell you this every time I talk about it, but I am using Sulky thread on 20 count. And that is a mystery discount fabric that I also got from 121 Stitch. It's excellent. Excellent. I absolutely love it. I want to order more. The thing about it is those discount fabrics that you order from 121 Stitch, it's literally, they just grab it out and you don't know what one they're going to give. It's all like kind of tie-dyed like this, but it is worth it to get those, in my opinion. Oh, I grabbed two of this one. Okay. So the blue is Sulky 1197. The gold that you saw me stitched on there is Sulky 1056. And the dark brown, which is going to have the most presence overall, is Sulky 1130. So that is my plan. That's how it's going to go. So we'll see. For right now, this is going to go on timeout. Who knows? Tomorrow I might even feel like stitching on it because I absolutely adore that thing. Okay, so speaking of patterns that I have recharted, let me get back to here. I went ahead and recharted my JBW Designs pattern. I don't know if it's in here. Did I put it back in here? I don't see it. Oh, here it is. My JBW Designs pattern called With Kindness. I have recharted this. And the printout on this pattern is all janked up. To the point that there is a symbol on here that is not even represented on the key. So I had to do a lot, and then also it's really hard to read. So I'm actually, that doesn't look terrible on screen right now, but in person, it's actually really hard to read. And the symbols are so tiny. It's just ridiculous. And so I'm glad I recharted it because I found also there was some flubs on the design itself. So I actually had to do a lot of fixing. I'm not saying that JBW Designs is bad at designing. Her designs are absolutely gorgeous. I'm just saying that I discovered some jankiness in this pattern when I did it. She did actually like my post, though, that I put on Instagram. So here is how I recharted it. This is the image that produced from me recharting it. And that looks a lot more accurate. So I'm pretty happy with that. I did not change any of the colors. All of this is the, oh wait, no, I did actually. That's a total lie. Because I believe everything is in, oh no, she gives the DMC color conversion for everything. So I used her color conversions on things, but I did, there was, I'm not going to point out where it is. I don't know, should I? I don't know. Should I point out where there was a whole section that was not charted in the, or that was not in the key? No, I won't. Okay. But anyway, there was one section. And so I'm using the DMC. So I actually, oh, that was what I was going to tell you. So I actually had to figure out for myself what color would look good in one section. So that's what I've done here. I currently have stitched up 541 stitches. I am stitching this on 32 count linen in lamb's wool. This is my first time stitching on linen. And I am doing a good job! Look at that! I am messing up a lot, but I'm actually finding the mess ups as I'm stitching. Like I will literally see that I have put a stitch in the wrong place. So I'm going super duper slow on this and counting and recounting and just making sure that I have it all right because, like I said, this is my first time stitching on linen and it has me nervous, but isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it so much. I still don't know if I'm going to make this into a pillow or if I'm just going to frame it because this image, let me show it to you again. This image is just so beautiful to me and the sentiment is so right up my heartstrings. Yeah. Let me check the time. Okay. I'm doing good on time so I can still pick up Jimmy. So here are all the pulled threads. So there's a lot of greens. There's 2, 3, 4 greens and 4 pinks in here. And that's all there is. There's no other color in there. It's just pink and green. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So I am stitching that up and enjoying myself. Oh, is this what it is? Why do I have a 28 count in here? Maybe I thought I would stitch it on this 28 count if that didn't work out. I don't know why that's in my project bag otherwise. I don't know, because I'm using 32 count. Now, for me, I think this might be the 121 Stitch bargain brand of linen. I'm not really in love with this fabric. I mean, it's okay, but it just feels a little cheap, I guess. Is that how I'm gonna put it? But it is beautiful, right? I love it. Maybe this can be my cover photo. You gotta pause, because in editing, I gotta figure out how to screen grab that image. See, and I'm also using more of the clamps, so. Okay, I did not touch at all my sister's project, which is the windmill. The last thing I did do was I kitted up my Plum Street Samplers Gentleman's Daughter. I have decided that I am going to rechart that one as well, but I did pull all the colors for this. So this is what it's gonna look like. That is a stark white right there. Woo! Oh, is this Blanc? Oh no, this is B5200. But I did pull all the thread. Look at that red. Where's that red? That must be in the berries there. But I am gonna rechart this because now that I've started recharting things, not only do I enjoy it, but also it's giving me a lot more confidence when it comes to actually me starting to stitch things. And also, I'm just learning a whole lot, to the point, I think I've mentioned to you once or twice that I've been trying to design some things, but I won't show it to you now, but I did actually start designing a Quaker sampler that for me is very much Alaskan thing, but honestly could be anywhere in the mountains in any part of the world. But when I do cast this on, It will be on Zweigart pre-cut, 28 count, 19 by 27. And it's that beautiful modeling there. I think that's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So what colorway is this? Pre-cut cashel linen. Is that the colorway, cashel? I don't think it is. I don't know. But when I have a moment where I can concentrate, I love this bag so much. It's got squirrels on the back. I gotta find this lady on Whatnot again and order more bags from her because, oh my gosh, this is my favorite bag. This and the quote-unquote Trash Panda one, which I don't know where that one is. It's got one of my projects in it. But it's so great. And if I can find her, like, it's quilted, it's thick, it's high quality, and I think I spent like $20-something on it on Whatnot. I just love it so much. So if I can find her, I will let you guys know. Whew, but that's what I've been up to. So let's see, I'll talk about Kindred Stitch Folk for about 5 minutes here. I'll try to keep it quick. There comes a point in every person's life when you gotta just go for things. I'm at that point with Kindred Stitch Folk. So we are no longer, we hope anyway, no longer going to be selling our condo. We're trying to take it off the market and get out of the contract that we are currently in. And I think it's going to be possible. It's not the greatest situation by any means, but now that we're doing that, my husband and I agree that starting Kindred Stitch Folk is top priority. And so I'm meeting with my small business loan lady on Friday. I have found a couple grants that I might be able to get. We'll just see about that. I'm going to apply and we'll see. I am trying to find out if there is an angel investor that would like to invest in this opportunity. And it's really weird. I don't know how to do that. But what I've been working on in the meantime is I've got quite a lot of wholesale accounts, but I can't order from any of those wholesale accounts until I have the funds. So I haven't ordered anything. So instead of working on getting more wholesale accounts, like I didn't get my wholesale account with Moda because you have to purchase $3,500 worth of fabric from Moda. Was it 350 or 35? I think it was 3,500. I swear it was astronomical. And I was just like, whoa, not happening. So yeah, not even sure that I'll get a wholesale account with Moda once I'm up and running, because like that's ridiculous. So what I've been doing instead is working on ideas that I have for community outreach and community engagement. And I've been working on putting out my videos on Instagram. And I've been thinking about doing a subscription base. And I won't get into it right now because I haven't got it flushed out, but it would be a subscription club base from my shop. But at the same time, you'd be helping support me so that I can actually get rolling on these things. And so I was going to host it on Patreon. And I know that's really vague and probably annoying for you to hear, but that's as comfortable as I feel about talking about it right now because I haven't gotten it completely figured out. So yeah. But I've got some really cool ideas for programs. And the other thing I'm trying to do is figure out if I can, again, I don't have the money for this, and that's why I'm hoping for a grant, but to get a chapter of the guild up here in the United States, in Alaska. So there is no chapter up here. The closest one I think is Seattle. I think it might even be further down. But I would like to have a guild up here. So that was why I would start. That's why I would get the grant so that I can not only open that chapter, but also get some supplies and maybe even book a couple instructors to show us how to do things. So those are all the things that are in the works for me right now, and a whole bunch more. I've been doing a lot more research about product availability and pricing out how much it would be for me to actually, like, what is it going to take for me to just get stock in, to get rolling. On the conservative end, for me to just open my doors, I need to invest $10,000 into inventory. That's not even getting the store fully stocked. That's just being able to open the doors. So I am going to have to take a loan out for that, and unless I get an angel investor. I don't even know how to go about doing that. I've been trying to figure that out. I have been talking with a commercial real estate agent about places around town and how much those things all cost. It's going to be around $3,000 a month to rent out a space. So when we look at it from that end, doing the mobile mobile needlework store makes way more sense because there's just one upfront cost. But the problem is my health is so bad that I can't do the mobile store. I would need a permanent place for it to be housed, and I don't know. It seems very undoable. And then converting it too. I can't do it. Yeah. So psychology-wise, when a person touches their face, like I'm doing now, that actually indicates vulnerability and on being unsure of themselves. So do you see I'm literally cupping my face as I'm talking about this. So that tells you where I'm at in my emotional headspace about Kindred Stitch Folk. I'm determined. I am excited. I am unwavering. But I am still vulnerable and scared. Especially about the loan. So, yeah. There's just a lot to do. Oh my gosh, it's a lot to do. Wow. Anyway, so that's where we're at. I think I'm over my 5 minutes by a minute. So I guess I need to sign off on that. So my friends, thank you for joining me for another episode of Kindred Stitch Folk. Thank you so much for being my friend. Thank you for being a friend. Oh, I should stitch one of those. Oh, vulnerability. Yeah. Stitch a thing about Golden Girls and put for my shop, because everybody who walks through my door is going to be a friend. So I should probably find a pattern or design one for myself of thank you for being a friend. What is going on with my hair? Anyway, thank you guys for being here today. And remember, stitch what you love and love what you stitch. Ta-ta for now.